Turn to another story which should make us feel ashamed of the way our education system works. The fate of lakhs of students eyeing admissions in medical colleges across the country hangs in the balance, with the Supreme Court asking the CBSE to withhold the All India pre-medical entrance test results till the 10th of June following allegations of papers being leaked. That's not all. Law school aspirants too have their futures now tied in courts after allegations was messed up. Law and medical, prime courses in this country, and lakhs of students find their futures in the crosshairs. Here's a report.
This is supposed to be the culmination of years of hard work and preparation for admission into a professional course, a stepping stone into the future. Yet time and again, reports of exam paper leaks dampen the spirits of lakhs of medical, engineering and law school aspirants who lose precious months of the academic year for no fault of theirs. On Wednesday, the fate of over 6 lakh students who had appeared for the All India pre-medical test plunged into uncertainty, with the Supreme Court asking the CBSE to withhold its results till the 10th of June, pending an ongoing investigation into a paper leak.
कोर्ट ने कहा है कि 10 जून तक अभी ये जो सीबीएसई को जिसको 5 जून को रिजल्ट डिक्लेयर करना था वो ना डिक्लेयर करे, कोई फर्दर स्टेप्स ना लें. इफ नॉट देन कोर्ट फिर उनकी दूसरी तरफ सोचेंगे कि इसको रीकंडक्ट कराना है.
The police claims 123 questions of the pre-medical entrance exam conducted on the 3rd of May were leaked through 75 mobile phones across the country. Police teams have been able to zero in on gangs operating out of Bihar, Jharkhand, Rajasthan and Haryana. An SIT set up by the Manohar Lal Khattar government has arrested 12 people in connection with the leak. Reports of the exam paper leak have left students and parents seeing red.
मैं समझता हूं कि हम सब पेरेंट्स बहुत खुश हैं इस जजमेंट से, इसके ऑर्डर से सुप्रीम कोर्ट के, और मैं समझता हूं कि आगे सुप्रीम कोर्ट जो ये ऑर्डर करेंगे कि एग्जाम दोबारा हो.
And it's not just medical school aspirants whose future is hanging in the balance. Students who appeared for the Common Law Admission Test or CLAT seeking entry into any one of the 16 top law universities across the country are also staring at an uncertain future. This after publication of the first allotment list was indefinitely delayed following complaints of errors in the answer key.
We are carrying out the correction in the 2 questions, admitting our own mistake.
Cases of errors in question papers and exam paper leaks is a rot that has plagued our education system for years. In 2011, the AIIMS exam paper was leaked, with touts charging as high as 25 to 35 lakh rupees for early access to questions. In 2009, AIIMS MBBS entrance exam paper was leaked. 3 people were detained in Ghaziabad. In 2008, Class 11 exams of Kendra Vidyalayas in the Delhi region were cancelled due to a leak and had to be reconducted. In 2007, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India cancelled its common proficiency test due to a leak in the capital. In 2006, AIIMS PG medical entrance exam was leaked. In 2004 as well, CBSE's AIPMT was cancelled following leaks. The frequency with which entrance exam papers for professional courses are leaked points at a clear nexus between those handling question papers and touts who are trying to make a quick buck. Till investigating agencies are able to plug these loopholes, students across the country will continue to suffer. Bureau Report, India Today.
So what can be done to stop this mess that is affecting lakhs of students across the country, medical and law prime courses? Joining me now in the studio, Professor Dr. Faizan Mustafa, member of the CLAT core committee that conducted the law exam. He's also Vice Chancellor of NALSA, University of Law. Ashok Ganguly, former chairman of the CBSE, joining us. Dr. Gurdeep Singh of Ram Manohar Lohia University is the VC, and their university conducted the law exams. I want to come to you, Mr. Ashok Ganguly, first, because you've had the most experience perhaps of conducting exams. Today you've got the careers of 6,75,000 students stranded due to the staying of results of the All India pre-medical test by the Supreme Court and the Common Law Admission test by the Allahabad High Court. Who should be held responsible for playing with the lives of students if there are allegations of, serious allegations of question papers being leaked or of the questions being wrongly worded? Mr. Ganguly?
Yes,
It's very unfortunate that of late these cases now are coming before the Honorable Court. Now we must understand one thing, that the conduct of the professional entrance examination is a very serious business, and we cannot have any lackadaisical approach in conducting such examinations. Of late, I do believe that people who are conducting this type of examinations are either living in the 19th century or the 20th century mindset, and the people who are doing this mischief, they are the 21st century citizens.
You know, that's an interesting point. Mr. Ganguly, sorry to interrupt. That's an interesting point you're making, because in the All India pre-medical test paper, allegedly the paper was concealed in phones, Bluetooth devices and SIM cards. And the answer key was in undergarments. So clearly those who were doing the exam or wanted to get this paper leaked were a step ahead of the examiners or those who were setting these papers. So you seem to be suggesting that what is happening has been happening because the examiners don't seem to understand how proficient those who want to leak papers have become. And this is not recent. Even in 2004 this was happening.
No. One thing we must understand. One thing we must understand, that we need now in conducting such examination the new processes, the new strategies, the new mindset. In fact, the entire new paradigm of conducting such examinations. It's very important that if we are following the stereotypes or the repetitive measures, because the other side of the people are very, very creative, and they are using all types of latest technological device to make these things happen.
You know, I want to say at this point that we've also just found out that the BCom second year examination paper has been leaked in Delhi University today. 15 minutes before the paper, our correspondent got a copy of the paper, and that suggests that the paper had been leaked across the university. So this is not a one-off case, is what we want to remind our viewers. But I want to come to you, Mr. Gurdeep, Professor Gurdeep Singh, there also in Lucknow with the Ram Manohar Lohia University. You conducted the law exam. Now this exam has gone to the Allahabad High Court, and someone who trains the students has allegedly pointed out 30 errors. I want to say my daughter appeared for this exam. She cleared the exam, but a course head has now pointed out allegedly 30 errors in the exam. Is there any truth to this?
No, there is no truth in it. There are not 30 errors. Let me make it very clear that we conducted online test only to make CLAT student friendly, and online means complete transparency, complete fairness.
But did you so you're denying, so you're completely denying the report that 30 questions were wrongly framed? You're totally denying that.
I'm explaining that point.
Yes,
I'm explaining that point. As a matter of fact, the questions were set by the experts, and thereafter an expert committee of 4 vice chancellors of national law universities moderated the question paper. All precautions, all care was taken to ensure that the question paper is free of all errors.
Okay, so you're saying these are false allegations. Just a minute.
Even now,
yes.
When we have published the question paper, I received various mails. I again appointed expert committee to find out the authenticity of those mails, whether there are real errors in the question papers. So the expert committee has given me a finding. In UG paper, there is only one error, and the question has been neutralized, and that error is typographical error. Yes, it is neutralized. I have the report of the expert committee with me, and I had all the intentions to make CLAT student friendly, and I'm prepared to do everything in the interest of students.
Can I bring in Professor Mustafa? Hold on, sir. Can I bring in Professor Mustafa? Professor Mustafa, this is the first time this has come online. Now, there's a belief that once you bring a paper online, that is the way in the future to avoid leakages, to make the paper more student friendly, to also make it more technology friendly, make examinations in this country more technology friendly. Is that actually working on the ground? We've got a pre-medical test exam which has been leaked and an online exam for law which has now come under controversy.
Rajdeep, the problem is that for pre-medical we hardly have any choice. With some 6 lakh people taking the test or IIT test, you have to go online.
Yes.
For about law, where some 40,000, 42,000 students are taking exam, there is a difference of opinion. There are people who say let us go by the tested old method. There are others who say that we have to adopt for new technology. The students who are getting admitted into law schools, they are all technology savvy. So I don't see that there is a problem in technology. The problem is, I'll tell you what is happening about these question papers, that since everything is now in public domain, there is hardly any question bank available, and therefore the paper setters are finding it difficult to come up with innovative new questions.
No, because there are also allegations. You made an important point, because there are allegations being made that those who conduct some of these coaching classes have access in some way, possibly either to the examiners or the paper setters, and therefore there are specific colleges or specific coaching courses which are getting those benefits. Is that true or not?
About CLAT, I can say that it is not true, because every year a different university conducts CLAT. It is going round, you know, we started in Bangalore, then it came to Nalsar, and then it went to Kolkata.
So these allegations that students are making that this year students from Lucknow have got benefit, these are all exaggerated.
No, this is totally baseless. I can assure you on behalf of the CLAT core committee that no coaching center or a student got any access whatsoever to the question paper. But it is a sheer coincidence.
Sheer coincidence, but do you believe the sheer mass scale of which these exams are being conducted? In the case of medical particularly, with more than 6 lakh, it's becoming difficult to monitor these exams. All these exams are ending up in courts now.
Correct. But the position of the, size of exam is one thing. India being a huge country, no other country faces this kind of a challenge. Admission tests are not conducted at such a large scale in other countries. But I can tell you the problem, because earlier CLATs have also gone to the court. The court has taken a position that this is an academic matter which should best be left to the expert. Now, the Vice Chancellor of Ram Manohar Lohia University has not prepared the paper. In this paper, you have questions on logical reasoning, on mathematical analysis, on legal acumen, on English. So he has to get questions from different people. Now, once he has got those questions, there will be a committee which will select questions. I can understand some typographical mistakes here and there. And then in law, there can be a difference of opinion. In one case, you would like to convict a person and I would like to acquit him. So what coaching center coaches are saying about certain questions, it may not be 100% true.
Okay, I'm going to ask therefore one final question to you, Mr. Ganguly. Do you believe that the sheer mass scale at which these exams are conducted means that the CBSE has to relook at the way they are conducting these exams? Quick final word.
No, I do not agree that because we are conducting the examinations at such a large expense, and that's why these papers are being leaked out. It's not that sense actually. One thing is very important, that we should not have that repetitive stereotypes measure. We have to change the strategies, and then only we can leak out, we can check all such mass copying or all such wrongdoings actually. Unless and until we do though, and we continue to follow a linear approach, we need to have a non-linear approach in conduct of such examinations. I am sure that we have the competency, we have the confidence also that we can conduct these examinations in a very, very professional manner.
Well, this year certainly there have been a huge question mark, particularly over the medical exam now, which is before the Supreme Court. But I appreciate Professor Gurdeep Singh coming and clarifying the position on CLAT, as well as Professor Mustafa. And thank you very much, Ashok Ganguly, for joining us.